Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's gratitude and affirmation practice. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so it's been a very busy day. Number one, gratitude. I am so grateful. Right after this, I am brushing my teeth. I'm going to bed. That's it. It is a wrap. But we'll start at the start of our day now. Number two, grateful. Did I even really sleep in? No, not really, but very grateful I fell asleep for another hour. And then number three, so took late doggos on a walk. It was so nice out. It was nice. We went to the park, went a different way. And then after that, I did a few different things. So confirmed that my mic will be here by tomorrow. Looked up. I was going to call the auto shop about my car. One of the things that's happening is I don't have heat in my car right now. Air is moving through my vents perfectly fine, but I am not getting any heat. So I need to get that taken care of, fixed. I want to see how much that's going to cost. And then my car just, you ever know, like if you drive your car and you just know your car, something's off. Like it's just shaking a certain way. But to anyone else who drives my car, they wouldn't be able to feel it. So, anyways, the auto body shop was not open today, so I'm calling them tomorrow. But at least I checked into that, was going to have a conversation. Hold. Anyways, so we're back. That was, I think, number 3. Bed, sleeping in, nice walk. Oh, so number 4. So number 4 is I was checking into those things. There was probably something else I checked into as well. I don't remember. I think I called my unit and I extended that out as well. Number 5, took myself to a new bakery. I see a line every day for it. So I went to this bakery and I just started going, I want one of this and that and that. It was delicious. And I got it because I was going to hang out with my brother and sister-in-law. So I also picked some up for them as well. But I ate the guava and cream cheese one when I got back, and it's delicious. I think that was 5. I could do another one. So, what did I even do with my day? There was so much that happened today. So I come back from the bakery. I have this big bag, and of course, doggos greet me, right? I'm putting the bag down and taking my glasses off, and then I notice that the smaller dog, she's just sitting there and she's like holding her paw up. I'm like, oh my god, like what happened? She's still sitting there, and like I try and like touch her paw, and like she just like keeps picking it up, and then later on I figure out that her dew claw, which is like a tiny little claw that's up further on the leg usually on dogs, it's like sticking straight out to the side, and I'm like, oh my god. So I don't exactly know what she did or how she did that more specifically, because went on the walk fine. I was gone for maybe an hour tops. Majority of that time was just sitting in the line at the bakery. Came back and I was like, vet's closed, so I'll be taking her there tomorrow morning before work. So anyways, 5 would be I'm grateful it wasn't worse. And she's run on it. She's not jumping up on things, so something hurts. She's eating food fine. She's just acting really weird, so like I don't know. Anyway, so that'll be taken care of, but that was the thing in my day that was kind of stressful. And then 6 for my day. What happened after that? I feel like did I talk to my aunt? I I feel like I didn't have a lot of time after that. Anyway, so I got ready for my brother's. I went to Ulta and I got a new face wash and a new moisturizer because I told him, I was like, I need something that's like just gives you a lot of moisture. And, I just happened to see the face wash when I was coming out. So I was like, I'll try this one. My skin does not like hyaluronic acid. And yes, I know you're supposed to like really moisturize your skin or put water into your skin. It's the same thing as chia seeds. So if you eat chia seeds, you need to let them soak for, I don't know, it's like 35, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever. Let them absorb water before you eat it. Otherwise, it's going to take water from your system and from your gut. Hyaluronic acid works the same way. And so when I was first using it, I didn't know that, and I probably wasn't using enough moisture. But then I did know that. Use moisture, and it's still like, I just really don't like it for my skin. So I try not to use it, but now everything has hyaluronic acid in it. And so I'm like, ugh. So, the moisturizer I have, as far as I know, does not have it in it. So I'm really excited to try it and see. So that'll just be a tomorrow thing. And it has sunscreen in it, so. 7 for the day. Very grateful I got time with my brother and sister-in-law. We ate pizza. We ate some of the croissants and everything. Watched Rush Hour, which if you haven't seen it, it's a classic. You gotta watch the Rush Hour series with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan. Grew up on Jackie Chan, so I just think he's so good in all the roles that he plays. And the stunts, knowing that he did pretty much every single one of his own stunts. Pretty cool. So, that's number 7. And while I was doing that, number 8, very grateful. I got quite a bit of travel planning out of the way. We have one of the trips fully taken care of as of today now. And then Norway, I'll talk about that in a second, but hung out with my brother and sister-in-law, got a lot of travel done. Norway, we got a more definitive plan in place. I come back 9, was grateful I talked to my aunt for a little bit. John and I are going to try and connect before next weekend. Oh, also, I answered all of the video comments. We are back on track with that. And then 10 for the day. So Norway, I finally decided. So the whole thing is one of the airports. Is not near one of the major towns. It's an hour and a half away. And so you think about that, a taxi ride is going to be incredibly expensive, but also taxis are in short supply, and just transportation was something I wasn't actually thinking that would be an issue. And we're trying to get a car to do this crazy, awesome looking hike. So we're going to book everything tomorrow. She told me her ideas. I told her mine. I think we're going to do more planes than what we thought, but it's going to save us. It's going to all even out in the long run. So anyways, that's the plan. And so tomorrow I have another call with her. To be honest, guys, I think I'm pretty peopled out for the week. I am very, very peopled out. And then 10 for the day, which I kind of already did, but grateful for reading. I'm going to read just maybe a couple more pages. I don't even know if that, I am very tired. And I'm just ready for bed. Grateful that I have a chance. I don't really call it sleeping in, but grateful I'm going to get almost a full night of sleep. So anyways, message of the daytime. I think this is what I'm going to title this video, just for fun. Started from the bottom, now we're here. We talked about how you know you're at bottom in your emotional, spiritual, or just healing journey. And then what to do when you're at bottom. And so at what point do you start climbing up again? if, part of what you probably shouldn't be doing is trying to leave the bottom. And so one of the thoughts that I've had and I've experienced is I've come to understand that being at bottom, you're not like, it feels like bottom because it's a sinking into who you are at your core, but it's not bottom and top, like going up and down a ladder in life. And it's like, oh, emotionally I'm at the bottom and now I'm at the top of the ladder, and you keep going in between. It's when you truly hit bottom and you start to understand that, like, oh, this is the foundation, this is the core of who I am, here are the things that are me, are not going to change, and or this is how I want to be as a person. That's a different sort of bottom. And I use the word bottom because there's like a sinking into feeling that you get. Similar to like when you finally get to land on the couch and it's sinking into the blankets, getting all cozy and living there for a period of time. That's what we should be striving for with this bottom. Although your journey to bottom and how much comfort you experience at bottom is directly correlated to how open you are to being at bottom and not forcing yourself to be away from bottom. And so the next piece that I want to give you guys is, it's not a rising that you're going to experience. It's a lifting. And so when you're at bottom, when you're starting to figure out, oh, yeah, these pieces are me. I mean, everything is you. But you're going to start to release what is not you inherently and begin to understand your embodiment of self in those places. So while we experience an emotion like depression or grief or sadness, or even like joy, none of that is us. But we tend to like who we are, our embodiment on some of those emotions like joy, happiness, peace, way more than our embodiment at depression, sadness, anger. But the funny thing is that when you embody all of these emotions, they're all you. And so the quicker you can come to the realization that the end goal and result is to never have those, what we label negative emotions again, but how do I embody myself at each of those levels in a way that feels so good? Okay? Because it's not that you can get rid of those emotions. And we're not meant to, and we don't need to. But how can you claim all of yourself when you are experiencing those emotions, right? So one of an easy example of this is anger. Maybe at a point in life, anger looked like physical destruction of people, places, or things. And maybe a better embodiment of anger, something that you can actually be proud of, and something that you can claim where other people aren't, where you're not going to allow other people to have an energetic control over you. Maybe anger looks like letting out your anger in creative ways. That could be yelling, but at people, places, or things, it's yelling in anger in two. Like if you go out in nature and yell and scream, or if you're in your car and you yell and you scream, or like even I would say at home, if that makes you feel good about yourself, if that is a way that you want to embody and express anger. as long as it's not directly towards a person or an animal, I think that's still a healthy expression of anger. But we don't claim a lot of this stuff, and so therefore we don't have control over how we're showing up. And it's the same thing with depression or sadness. Oh, and this is really good. Like, I was thinking to myself about this earlier, because when you are, and how are we not? The goal is to not perform those emotions anymore. The goal is to be and embody those emotions. And sometimes we don't like our embodiment of those emotions. So that's what we do have control over to change, as well as the performance. But the performance will leave anyways when you've hit this bottom. So one thing I thought about was, it's, to use a more personal example, it's not the fact that thinking about certain moments, nothing specific, but just a pattern of getting to a point where there's so much I'm managing, and there is a point where realistically no person can juggle it, right? It's not the fact that the ball kept getting dropped or the fact that you can't juggle anymore as to why someone might have left or someone doesn't like it or it doesn't fit standards. It's because you weren't embodying dropping things the way you wanted to embody dropping things. And when we really own all parts of ourselves, no one has any access into controlling us or mirroring. So people mirror when we're performing. How are you performing dropping things instead of truly just embodying like, yep, it's dropping, but I'm going to drop it this way? I think that it takes a lot of character, it takes a lot of strength, it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of vulnerability and authenticity and honesty with yourself to understand how you want to embody everything about you, not just how am I going to embody the best parts of me and the joy and the love and the whatever else, right? And you'll find too, like, as you embody more and come to make little tweaks to where the embodiment feels better, you're going to spend less time in the places that you don't want to embody, because your body and your soul and your mind is going to know we can embody anything and switch at any time. And anything is possible. And so you're going to spend less time in those places where you haven't fully accepted. That is the message for the day. More to come on that tomorrow. Again, hope this is helpful. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Affirmation time. Number 1, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help whenever I need to with gratitude. I humbly ask for help today. Number 2, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely. I claim all pieces and parts of me. I stand fully in my power and embody myself in this present moment. Number 3, I allow myself to be present, free of any burden, expectation, or obligation. Anything that is such just rolls right off. I continue existing in my freedom. Number 4, I have chosen so much better for myself. I allow myself to be on a timeline with just my deepest desires in present reality. I'm living my dream life, my best life. Number 5, I'm a person that everything works out for easily, effortlessly, quickly, in my highest favor, with me, fully supported, and for the good of all. Also, guys, another thing that happened to me today, I was on the floor with the dog, looking at her paw, and I went to get up, and my only pair of jean shorts ripped. So I'm going to go get a sewing kit, but it's the little moments. How do I want to embody that? Number 6, I think I already did 6. 7, what a beautiful day to be alive. Let's claim our experiences, appreciate the fact that we're powerfully co-creating this, and strive to create something that we want to exist in even more and be present in. Number 8, I breathe easily, deeply, and peacefully, strongly, with power in the sanctuary of bliss, peace, and protection where I powerfully reside. 9. This moment is a brand new moment, a fresh start. Tomorrow is a brand new day, a fresh day. And 10 for the night. I allow myself just to give everything over. I don't need to control anything. Everything is already worked out for me. I can be my state of fun, joy, play, and receiving. That is all for tonight, guys. Love you guys so much. What are you grateful for? What are you affirming? How are you doing? Let me know in the comments below. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.